Hey y'all. So let's keep going from yesterday. We're talking about Hebrews 12, 1 and 2, and I've been reading in the Passion Translation, which is so rich in these verses. Okay, so we get rid of the wounds, those arrow tips that have pierced us, and get rid of the sin which we so easily fall into so that we can get through this conflict, this obstacle course, the race that is set before us, the destiny that God's planned for us. He continues, we look away from the natural realm. Isn't that the key to everything? Is that what we see moving about is not actually what is going on. That there are things moving in the spiritual realm that affect the things in the natural. And if we just keep our eyes on what's going on before us, man, you'll get discouraged. Can we just stop there for a moment? And that if we only look at the natural, we would be hopeless. But we look away from the natural realm and focus our attention and our expectation onto Jesus. We always have things going on. And we had something, a pretty big disappointment come through this week. And, I'm praying, like, God, I really thought this was, where we were headed. This is what you had for us. And the Holy Spirit, He's so good. He's just so good. And He said, this is temporary. Focus on the eternal. Don't focus on the right now. Focus on the eternal. Focus on the eternal. And though it shook me or surprised me or disappointed me or kind of, deflated me, it didn't move God at all. It didn't even push Him. It's like if you threw a rock at a brick wall, the brick wall's not gonna move. Or if that's just the easiest thing I can think of right now, but He's not moved at all. And He is the eternal and the unshakable. And He's the rock on which I stand. And so I can still stand, even though in the natural it was difficult. He's the one that's holding me up. And so in order to run this race and reach the destiny that God has placed before us, we have to look away from the natural realm and focus our attention and expectation on Jesus. The Passion says in its notes, the Aramaic word kor is used, which implies a gaze upon Jesus full of expectations that He is enough. Man, He is enough. He is enough for me to pull out those arrow tips and leave them laying. He is enough for me to believe in the promises of God. He's enough to withstand the temptation. He is enough. We look away from the natural realm and we gaze upon Jesus. We focus our attention and our expectation upon Jesus. Psalm says that. It's in the 60s. I think it's 62. Oh no, yeah, it is 62. It's really funny. I can find things in my Bible because I know where they are in the page, where they are on the page. If I use a different Bible, I'm like, oh man, where's it supposed to be in the page? Psalm 62:5 says, my soul. So he's talking to his soul. This is encouragement like David in Psalm 103. Bless the Lord, O my soul. You will bless the Lord. So here he says, soul, you wait only upon God and silently submit to him. For my hope and expectations are from him. He only is my rock and my salvation. He is my defense and my fortress. I shall not be moved. With God rests my salvation and my glory. He is my rock of unyielding strength and impenetrable hardness, and my refuge is in God. He alone. So I got to take my gaze off of the natural and shift it to Jesus. And you know what? That's what the woman at the well did. Jesus was enough, and she shifted. She moved her gaze. So much so, repeat this again, she left her water at the well. She left her water at the well because she found Jesus. We'll pick up here tomorrow. I'll see you then. Bye, y'all.